Welcome to another Reddit Ask Me Anything. My girlfriend faked her death. Ask me anything. So I met this girl through a dating app. We were together for almost 4 months. It was a long distance relationship as she lived far away, about a 4-hour drive, so we didn't get to see each other every day. One day, I messaged her and never got a reply. After 5 days without a reply, I ask her best friend if my GF is okay. Her friend tells me I ruined her life and said she never wants me to message her again. I get blocked. A few hours later I get a call from my GF. She says she's sorry and can no longer do this. She also said she still loves me and then hung up the phone and blocked me. I was so confused and didn't know why this happened. After 2 or 3 days, I made a new account and tried messaging her on the new account, but she didn't respond. All I asked her is why she left me. I said that's all I wanted to know. I was really down and kept trying to message her best friend. I was blocked, but I kept checked every single day. 3 weeks later, I see her best friend had unblocked me. I messaged her asking what has happened. She apologized for what she said before and told me she was going to message me later that day. She then told me that my GF had passed away and she broke up with me because she didn't want me to go through the pain of losing a partner at such a young age. I was upset and very angry, as I wished I could have helped her through her illness until the very end. After hearing this, I was very depressed. Every night, I would get drunk. I got worse every day. I got into a couple fights against massive guys because I was angry. Each time I just got hit a few times and got thrown out the pub. At night I would cry myself to sleep. It was the worst pain I have been though. I stopped talking to my mates and drove them away. My parents were always asking why I was in such a bad mood. They were getting frustrated with me. I hated life. Almost 2 months later, I'm on Snapchat and I'm looking through my GF's sister's story. I see she is at a party. In the background, I see a guy dancing with a girl who looked like my GF. I couldn't see her face. I could only see his face. I was upset as I would never see my GF again. And I've been looking at the same pics of her every day. I wished I had taken more pictures with her. So I thought, maybe I can search for this girl and just see if she reminds me of my GF. I know now that sounds weird, but depressed me thought it would be comforting. So I go onto my Facebook and search through my GF sister's friend list until I find that guy from the Snapchat story. I find him and noticed instantly that the girl in his profile picture looked so similar to my GF. Then I looked through his photos and realized it was my GF. At first, I was mad as I thought he was some creep, editing himself in photos with her. I was about to message my GF's sister, and then I realized these were new photos of her. These were real. I messaged my GF sister and asked her about this. She said she can't deal with this. I ask her what is going on. 10 minutes later, I get a text from a random number saying hey. I ask who this is, and it's my GF. I ask her to prove it's her and say this better not be a cruel joke, and she proves it's her. I ask her why she done all this and how she is still alive. She explains that she had been cheating on me. She said it was too difficult being together. We were in long distance relationship. I ask her why she went through with all this. She said it was her boyfriend's, the guy she was cheating with, idea. I said to her that she is mad and tell her how my life was ruined. She said she's broke up with him and wants me back. I say no. She asks to ring me. I say I can't deal with hearing her voice. She said she realized she was wrong and says I'm the only good guy she has ever been with. I told her she's dead to me. I then blocked her number. I kinda regretted it as I loved her so much and we were perfect together. But she had hurt me so much and I knew I couldn't trust her. Since then, I have had bad anxiety and can no longer trust anyone. I'm scared to talk to women. I have tried but I find it too hard. If I'm ever going to be in another relationship, I think they would have to approach me and put the effort in. That's my story. Ask me anything. I'm sorry that happened, but good for you for kicking her to the curb. She's obviously sick and needs help. Do you know if she has done this before? Were there any telltale signs that she was unstable? And what illness did she have that you mentioned in the post? No, I don't think she has done this before. All her previous relationships weren't serious. She did mention there was this one creepy guy who couldn't take their breakup. She had to call police on him as she was scared. but she might be telling me another version of the story. There were no signs she was unstable. She was perfect. She has anxiety and therefore she was very shy and didn't have too many friends. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I thought she was the one. We never argued and agreed on almost everything. When her best friend told me she passed away, I asked how, and she told me it was something to do with her kidneys. I think there was a name for the illness but I can't remember, but it pretty much just makes your kidneys fail. But none of that was true. It was just what I was told, as I later found out she was perfectly healthy and alive. Yo, have you heard of a funeral? To be fair, that's a good point. Surely you'd be invited to the funeral or see pics of the funeral? Her best friend told me there was a funeral, and it had already happened. She also said my GF passed away real quick. She said she got problems with her kidneys, and a few days later she passed. And I think that was meant to be 2 weeks before she messaged me telling me what happened. Did she think ghosting you meant pretending to be an actual ghost? This was an internet girlfriend. I met her through a dating app, and we got really close. From then onwards we played Xbox together, and then eventually started meeting up. I thought she was the one. We spoke every day. If we weren't together in person, we would be playing Xbox together or on the phone together or just texting each other. I had never loved someone as much as I loved her before that. That's crazy. Ignore her forever. I will, but I always think back at how different it could have been. I had never loved someone so much. I thought she was the one. That's absolutely terrible and so ducked up. But also, it seems like you still lament about her about how good it was, but you guys dated long distance for 4 months. That's really not a long or great way to get to know a person. Very much the honeymoon phase. Also, she was cheating on you. Terrible. And went along with her new boy toy's idea to fake her own death, so she really doesn't sound that nice or bright, to be honest. Easier said than done, of course, but I hope you realize how terrible she was and that you're only ruminating on the good things because you're reminiscing there's so many better relationships, people, and experiences waiting to happen. As for a question, sorry if this is harsh, but did you not find the lack of funeral even news coverage about her death odd? Did you push to find out any more info after being told she had died? If any of this is unpleasant to talk about, it's fine if you don't respond. Let me guess. Plenty of fish? I was signed up to many, including Plenty of Fish, but I'm pretty sure we met on Badoo. Badoo is like Tinder on steroids. Met one dude from Badoo and I don't know what I was thinking. Invited him to my apartment. We talked for a while till he broke out in a 7-minute monologue about rape, which scared me so much it was insane. Luckily I have a good poker face and managed to end the evening quicker and with a smile walked him out. He still managed to ask if he is staying the night or not though. Then from fear ghosted him and he kept finding ways to contact me. Mail, Facebook, that we hadn't exchanged names for. Phone. Continued for 3 months. Badoo is no more. I used to be with someone who would probably do the same thing to me given the chance. Trust me, you are way better off cutting ties now. Someone like that will abuse the shit out of you and whoever she's with. Then run back to you because you'll take her back. I hope the whole ordeal doesn't make you stop trusting people. There are just some people out there who absolutely suck. But it's not everyone. Hope you find someone else. Guess I have so ask a question though. What's your favorite hot dog topping? Thanks. I hope I find someone too. I want to trust people, but it's really hard. I try but I really struggle. And to answer your question, I don't eat hot dogs. I'm sorry to say, but I don't eat bread. I just don't like the taste of any bread. I know I'm weird. Everyone laughs when I tell them this, haha. This is premium teenage drama for our times. Bro, the most interesting thing I've read on Ask Me Anything for a long time, and I spend way too much time on this subreddit. I do wonder, when she asked you if you wanted her back, how conflicted were you? Was it in a sense a dream come true while at the same time being a conflict with your morals, values? How could she do this to me? Or how did it feel for you? After finding out she passed away, I would wake up every day and hope it was all a dream. I always wished I could see her again, and I didn't get over her in that time. I thought she was dead. So when she asked for me back, part of me wanted to say yes, but I couldn't. I couldn't forgive her. I remember just sitting curled up on my bed, and every emotion went through my head. I was happy and angry at the same time. I was very conflicted. I was also slightly drunk when she messaged me. I was still drinking every night, but I knew it wouldn't work. The girl I knew did die. I said to myself, she is no longer the same person, and that is why I turned her down.